don't even know if I'm bold enough to post this, but let's see how it goes. I don't even know where to start from for this video. We'll try not to be vulnerable, right? But this video is going to be an appreciation post to my friends and family. I faced one of the toughest phases in my life this year, just a couple of months back. I was laid off from my job, and it happened in a very, very critical time. In a time where I was still trying to sort out finances. I had a lot of things to do with money, and the next thing I was laid off. And in all honesty, it has been a very challenging period for me. And one thing that's kept me going is friends. I shared my sad news to a couple of friends, and people turned up for me. And family, they turned up for me the way I didn't expect. This is me saying thank you. I'm really grateful. I don't take any of you for granted. My friends turned up for me the way I didn't expect. I was almost at ground zero, and I was receiving money from people I didn't ask for money. I was receiving support from people I didn't ask for support. A lot of them made promises. Some gave me jobs to do to stay afloat. And in all honesty, a part of me felt like I didn't deserve it. But, I was reminded that I was a good person and I deserved the support. And one thing this challenging period has taught me, my jobless phase has taught me, is who I am. And by who I am, I'm not even talking about being a good person here. I'm talking about who I really am, the hustler in me, the mindset I have, the way I think. I've always been a critical thinker. I've always been that guy that thinks out of the box, that says things you didn't expect to hear. And the hustle for money made me almost lose that. Nigeria's economy will make you get stuck in a lifestyle of trying to make ends meet, and you feel to, I don't know the right words to use, you feel to bring out that inner you, the creativity in you sometimes, even sometimes the personal, like, you know what I'm trying to say, I don't want to start cracking my brains to think of the words, and I don't want to use a script. I want this to flow naturally. This is going to be a long video, by the way. And I lost touch of that personality in me because I was stuck in hustling, trying to make ends meet, trying to put bread on the table, trying to sort out bills, black tax, everything. And my phase, this jobless phase, this laid off phase, this down phase, at first it was depressing, right? And one thing I've learned to do when I'm depressed is not to rely on substance or anything. So immediately I noticed I was beginning to get depressed, I started channeling my energy into something else. I started watching videos, mind-bending videos. I started returning back to the person I was. I started drawing. I used to know how to draw. I started drawing. I started listening to podcasts, the kind of podcasts I do enjoy listening to. I started watching the kind of videos I know that motivated me to work hard. I started doing all of those, watch tons of YouTube videos. I know I can't read. I know reading is a big challenge for me. So what I do is I intentionally and deliberately try to watch contents, videos, podcasts that, would offer the same value I would get from reading. Yeah, I started doing all of those out, right? And I realized that there's a part of me that I was almost losing touch of. And this is me trying to connect back to that part of me. Naturally, I know I'm a good talker. I know how to keep a good conversation, but I don't know why for some reasons I find it difficult to, talk on camera, right? So I'm trying to be as natural as I can. Try to be as natural as I can in this content. So this phase has brought out that phase of me that knows how to think critically, that knows how to hustle, that knows how to research. Like, I'm one of the few people that I'm very motivated by challenges, if you know me very well. If you tell me that, Victor, you can't do this, don't worry. You've given me reasons to want to do it. I would abandon everything I'm doing and focus on doing that thing. As long as a human being can do it, I should be able to do it. That's the way I see things. That's why I see things. So, these past few days, these past few weeks, these past few months, I've been isolated. I'm trying to connect back to the real me. And in the course of doing all of this, I discovered that there's a gap in the economy. Right? Everybody wants to build a fintech app. Everybody wants to build, right, an app that does this, an exciting app that does that. And I realized there's a gap in the economy, which is the product I'm working on now. Right? Lots of companies have solutions for businesses. Lots of companies offer solutions for big businesses. A couple of them have solutions for SMEs. In fact, one of the things I like the most about MoneyPoint OP is the fact that their target market are the SMEs, right? So if MoneyPoint, OP, PAMPay, and the rest of them are doing very well with SMEs by solving problems, financial problems for SMEs, why don't I use my skill to build something that solves a sales problem for SMEs as well? And that's why I'm working on Bovo. I don't want this to be about Bovo, but this video right now is just to let you know how the critical thinking in me has brought about Bovo. And in all honesty, this is not to brag, but what we are building at Bovo, right? I don't want to say too much because we'll be launching very soon and there's a lot to talk about, but I don't want this video to be about Bovo, like I said. So back to that. So these past few days has brought out the critical thinker in me, the guy that knows how to offer solutions. I've been able to realize a lot of strong characters I have, strong traits I have, strong skills I have that I'm not utilizing. And I've been deliberately working on myself to be better. If you're out there and you're experiencing a lot of challenges right now, I just want you to know it can only get better from here. Instead of looking for a way to, get back up, why not look for a way to become better? And that's exactly what I'm doing now. I just thought of making this video and I hope, it blesses someone. I don't even know if I'm bold enough to post this, but let's see how it goes. Cheers to a better future. See you in my next video.